Imagine waking up one morning and looking in the mirror. You see your face, but something feels off. You look the same, but deep down, you feel like a stranger. It's not your looks that changed. It's that you realize you've been pretending to be someone else for a long time. All of us wear masks. Sometimes we do it to fit in, to avoid trouble, or to be liked. But after a while, the mask can trap us. We forget who we really are underneath it. Carl Jung, a smart man who studied the mind, said, "We all have a persona. That means the face we show to the world. It's not bad, but if we start to believe it's the real us, we lose our true self." As kids, we learn what gets us love and what gets us in trouble. We act in ways that make others happy, even if it doesn't feel right. Maybe we stop speaking up, hide our dreams, or pretend to be tough. Slowly, we stop being our true selves. Let me give you an example. Imagine a boy named Alex. When Alex was little, he was full of energy and loved to draw. But his parents wanted him to focus on sports. Every time he brought home a drawing, they barely looked at it. But when he scored a goal in soccer, they cheered loudly. So Alex slowly stopped drawing. He became the sports kid, but deep down, he missed that creative part of himself. That's how the mask begins. But those real parts of us don't go away. They hide deep inside, in what Jung called the shadow. The shadow is made up of feelings and thoughts we push away, like anger, fear, or sadness, but it also holds good things, like creativity and strength. Another example, Maria is always smiling. She helps everyone and never says no. People think she's kind and strong, but what they don't see is that Maria feels tired all the time. She wants to say no, but she's scared people won't like her anymore. Her need to be the nice one has become her mask. Inside, she feels unseen. When we ignore the shadow, we ignore parts of ourselves. We do this because we want to be perfect or because we're afraid. But trying to be perfect all the time is tiring. We say, "I'm fine," when we're not. We laugh at jokes we don't like. We act happy when we're hurting. Little by little, we forget how we really feel. We become strangers to ourselves. One day we look in the mirror and don't know who we are. Jung said there's a way to fix this. He called it individuation. That means becoming whole again. Not perfect, just real. To do this, we have to look at the parts of ourselves we've hidden. We have to take off the mask and stop pretending. It's not easy, but it's worth it. Think of it like cleaning out a messy room. At first, it's hard to look at all the clutter. You see things you forgot about or tried to hide. But once you start cleaning, you find important things. You feel lighter. That's what individuation is like for your mind. The journey isn't a straight line. It's more like a winding path. Sometimes you feel like you're going backward, but you're really going deeper. The things we hide often have power. Anger can help us set boundaries. Jealousy can show us what we really want. Sadness can make us kinder. Facing these feelings helps us grow. Let's talk about David. David always acts like he has it all together. At work, he's confident and calm, but at night, he feels anxious. He's afraid that if anyone sees his fear, they'll think he's weak. One day, he talks to a friend about how he's really feeling. To his surprise, his friend opens up too. David realizes that being honest made him feel stronger, not weaker. That's what it means to face your shadow. Shadow work doesn't mean acting on every feeling. It means noticing them, understanding them, and accepting that they are part of you. This kind of work takes courage. You have to be honest with yourself. You have to feel things you've tried to avoid. In today's world, where everything moves fast and looks perfect, slowing down and being real is a brave thing to do. Jung also talked about something called the collective unconscious. That means we all share certain ideas and symbols deep in our minds. These are called archetypes. They are like characters we all know: the hero, the mother, the trickster, the wise one. We have all these characters inside us. When we ignore them, we feel lost. When we learn to use them, we feel more alive. Imagine someone who always plays the role of the helper. She takes care of everyone but herself. She's the caretaker archetype, but inside, she dreams of going on adventures, being free. That's her explorer archetype, waiting to be heard. When she finally takes a trip alone, she feels scared, but also excited. She begins to see she's more than just one role. Your life is like a story. You're not just living through random days. You're on a journey, just like the heroes in stories. When you live in a way that feels true to you, you're writing your own story. So, how do you start? Notice when you're pretending. Catch yourself when you say you're okay, but you're not. Watch how you react to others. Sometimes the things that annoy you in others are things you don't like in yourself. Take time to be quiet. Listen to your thoughts. Write them down. Ask yourself, what am I hiding? What do I really feel? Talking to someone can help, like a therapist or a friend who listens. Doing things like drawing, walking in nature, or dancing can help you feel connected to yourself. Let's think about Liam. He was always the class clown. He joked around to hide that he felt invisible at home. When he started journaling, he realized he was angry at things he never talked about. Writing helped him face those feelings. It didn't solve everything, but it made him feel real. You're not broken. You don't need fixing. You just need to meet yourself again. Being your real self isn't something you do once. It's something you choose every day. Some days you'll be brave. Other days you'll be quiet. Both are okay. Don't expect everyone to like the real you. Some won't, but the right people will. And most importantly, you will start to like yourself more. There's something special about being truly seen, not for who you pretend to be, but for who you are. The journey to know yourself isn't a waste of time. It's the most important thing you can do. When you stop hiding, you find more energy, more love, and more peace. So, take off the mask, look at your shadow, remember who you are. In the quiet moments, you'll hear a voice inside you saying, "Welcome back." That's when your real story begins. And as you move forward, remember that this is not a race. There is no final version of who you must be. You will change. You will grow. Each version of you is still you. The goal is not to become someone new. It is to be more fully yourself. Every story you've lived, every mask you've worn, every time you felt lost, all of it is part of the journey. And now, you get to walk it with open eyes, open heart, and your true self beside you. So let your story unfold, and let it be real. Because at the end of the day, being yourself is the bravest thing you can do. When you stop pretending, when you stop hiding behind who you think you're supposed to be, you make space for something beautiful. You make space for real connection, real joy, and real peace. The world doesn't need another perfect mask. It needs your truth, your real voice, your real story. You are not here to fit into someone else's mold. You are here to be fully and wonderfully you. So go forward with honesty, with courage, and with hope. You've already taken the first step just by listening, just by wondering if there's more. And there is. There's so much more waiting for you. The journey home to yourself is the greatest journey you'll ever take. And every step you take brings you closer to the life you were always meant to live.